Stuka Joe here. Stuka Joe here. This is a live video. I just saw the OG, the original Grognar, doing a live video. I said, hey, let's do a live video. What the hell, you know? I don't know if this is working. If any of you are there, you can just type anything, 2 or 3 letters. I can see some text here. I can probably respond. And this microphone's supposed to be working. I hope it is. But the microphone seems to be a little low. Okay, let me see here. It's weird. I don't think I'm getting anything. Oh, sound video is good. Thanks, OG. Appreciate it. It was great to see you. I catch the end of what you were saying. I don't know specifically what project you were working with. Hello, David. Oh, it's great because I'm not very lucky with these live streams. OG, I didn't catch what was the project you were working for, Lock and Low. I think it was a module on something on what specific game. So I catch that at the end. I didn't know what game that was. So I just wanted to do a little update. I'll be traveling to Tempe on Friday for Consim World. It's my second time there, and I hope to get 2 videos out before I travel. One is what's the game? I have it here. It's this game. Probably seen it by other people. Europe Divided. It's David Thompson, who did the Stalingrad game. What's the name? Pavlov's House. And okay, Case Blue for Lock and Low Tactical System. Oh, Heroes of the Motherland. Oh, Case Blue. So is that like scenarios? You're going to have scenarios outside of Stalingrad, surrounding areas, or do you have scenarios inside the city? I suppose, I don't know. Case Blue. I mean, I guess Case Blue covers, the drive to the city. So, wish you good luck with that, OG. That's a very interesting topic. Tactical World War II. So I'm going to be doing that. It's like 95% finished. And then there's Volko Runke has this Hunt for Blackbeard. I did a preview video, and he has 2 articles in GMT inside. And I think I almost have like 90% finished the first article. You're welcome, OG. So the thing is, I've been doing these videos for a while now, and if you've seen the last ones, I'm transitioning. I'm a little bit anal retentive. When I think about, hey, let's do a video, I think about doing video clips and putting them together. But video clips, you shoot, and pause, shoot, pause. Now, lately, what I'm doing is actually, I'm doing a script for these preview videos. And then I record the audio on my editing program on the first track. And then I take pictures of the images. And they're very easy to manipulate with zooms and all that. So I'm using more pictures. I would say that I don't shoot a video clip unless it's necessary. Unless you need to see some movement of the camera, I shoot a video clip. So I think I'm shooting 90% photos, 10% video clips. And that's a big change for me because it used to be that I almost never shot any photographs. It was mostly video clips. And so it's a new thing for me. I'm getting the hang of it, but it's new for me. My preview videos, Roland Dunk, nice to see you, man. My preview videos are going to be mostly scripted. And then it changes a little bit when we go to the examples of play. It depends. If the example of play, I'm taking it from the rule book, and I like to take examples of play from the rule book. I guess you guys know why. Because it's a new game. I'm going to screw up if I make the example of play, there's a big chance I'm going to screw up the rules, and you don't need an example of play with the rules wrong. So I don't have any problem. I remember Kevin Sharp said, "Man, are you okay like doing examples of play from taken from the playbook?" Yes, because my hobby actually is wargaming, but it's also this thing about videos. I like to see how to shoot videos and how to in a way that they are helpful. So that's I don't mind taking a rule book and showing the example of play of the rule book. If you've seen the one of my most viewed videos is that D-Day at Tarawa. I haven't played that game. I just took the examples of play from the book, and I had a real good time. I haven't played. I probably played one or two turns just to move things around, but not anything beyond that. So it's so you're going to see my videos are going to be more photographs, except these kind of videos, or if I do unboxings, which they're going to be more like the usual unboxing type. Now, I'm going to go to Consum World on Friday. I'm going to be for the whole event. I'm traveling on the 21st. It starts on the 22nd until the 29th. I'm going to fly back here to Puerto Rico on the 1st of July. Now, the thing is, John Kranz is a very nice guy. He allowed me this year. There's going to be Wi-Fi in the ballroom where they have the main everything, the monster games and everything, where most of the people are. Last year there wasn't any Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi was not very good there. This year it's going to be good Wi-Fi there, so I'm going to be able to have a space there. And the idea is, I'm going to be shooting short videos, 5-minute videos. For example, I find anyone, a designer, a developer, somebody talking about a game. What I'll do first, that's why I'm practicing this format, is I'll just shoot a video to capture the audio. That would be the A clip, right? If you guys know how to edit videos, the A clip. And then I'll superimpose in the B row, I'll put some video about the game. I'll have my custom intro and the music at the end already set up. I'll edit it quickly and I can beam it up. Hopefully you'll see, 3 or 4 of those videos every day. I know it's wishful thinking, but that's what. Let me see. I got like an ad here, and I can't see you guys what you're writing. Okay, now, so that's what I intend to do. Of course, I'm going to play some games. Constant World, I already have. If you saw my video last year, I played with Steve Liskey, Stalingrad Verdun on the Volga. He kicked my ass. He was a playtester for that game. And we played off camera Turning Point Stalingrad. He also kicked my ass. So I didn't even film that one. No, but Steve is a great guy. And we're going to play Crusade and Revolution. And that's a game which he was not a playtester, which I have played before. So let's see if we can switch the ass kicking around for once. The thing is, he graciously, he wants to play Crusade and Revolution is my favorite CDG. And oh, thanks, David. I appreciate it. I haven't played all CDG, so I'm not saying it's the best CDG. And you'll never see me say anywhere, this is the best CDG, because my taste is my taste. For example, you guys like music, right? What kind of music you guys like? Come on. What kind of music you got? Probably you guys are like me, 59. I'm 58. 70s. What kind of music you guys like? Well, favorite band is the Rolling Stones. You know what's my second favorite band is the Bee Gees. So now I'm going to lose subscribers, you see? And that's what I'm trying. And even Andy Gibb, I like that kind of music, that little soft music. You're going to say, hey, man, what's wrong with you? Prog, classic rock. I'm sure the Bee Gees probably is not on top of your list. Fine. The same thing happens with wargaming. Some people like these huge stacks, like the OCS, is it called, with this Chrysler building attacking the Pan Am building. And okay, I have 84 factors. How much you have? 45. Oh, that's 3-2 or something. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm a more like less is more kind of thing. You know, I like the games that I don't have to touch anything. I look at the map and I know what's going on, and I don't have to be sifting through tons of counters, or I don't have to be these games with player aids that are like accordions. And okay, let's see now. What are we gonna do? The more I can fix my attention on the map, those are kind of games I like. I'm not saying the other ones are bad because it's my point is everybody has their own taste. So that's why I like to show the video how the game plays and you decide. You know, so people ask me, what's your favorite game? It doesn't matter. I think I've said around them. One of my favorite games is Upfront, but that game is like frozen in time. And I know that the game by the GMT, which the new one came out, it's a card game, but I haven't gotten into it. That's I forgot the name. I think it's Ben Hall is the designer. I forgot the name. Uh, but this time I hope to film more videos. I'm going to play Crusade and Revolution, and then there's a fellow that wants to play Stalingrad, Verdun, and the Volga, and he's a newbie at Constantine. So I think I'm going to play with him, and also I have an invitation to play with one of the principals at the Revolution Games, Roger, and Roger Miller. And originally I said I wanted to play the Arras game, but I know they came out now with a game of the German invasion of Poland. When it comes to war games, if I can choose, I'm a masochist. I always choose like the side that has a less chance of winning historically, because that it's the emotion of changing history, which is so D-Day I'll take the Germans, Poland I'll take the Poles. So I'm kind of a masochist there. So maybe I'll play that game. Maybe I'll play the Arras game, and then I'm going to play with Steve Liskey, the Crusade and Revolution. And it's like everything there for open gaming, whatever is open, you play. It's the stress level is zero. The guys are great. They'll explain you the rules if you don't know the game. So I intend to film more video and to play a little bit, but I also want to concentrate on the filming, doing some interviews, which I'm not very experienced during doing interviews. I'm going to be taking. Let me show you this thing. This is a gimbal called the Movi. I'm sure it's not going to turn on because I haven't powered it in a while. But the thing is, you put the iPhone here, and you can shake it, and it's going to stay stable. So I'm going to use this a lot. Put a microphone here, so that's going to be my A roll when I interview someone. So that I'm very excited to use this. I've tried it and it works great. I had ordered something similar on a Kickstarter, and I never received it. And I was going to do a video, but I guess I'll just take the loss here. And the other thing, this is a lot better anyway. But this I got from Amazon. So that's, I don't know what else. What else do I have to say? I got 14 people. Great. If you guys have any questions, where's the channel going? Well, I'm going to do more still shots. You're going to see a lot of the preview videos. Have you seen those preview videos? Or like the idea with the preview video is, it's like if you're at the store and you read all the information about the game, it's going to be there. And some examples of play. I'm trying to round it down to 20 minutes, but I never accomplish that. It's always longer than that. I'm trying to round it down to 20 minutes because I've checked the you guys that have YouTube channels and do videos, check the analytics, and I think after 15 minutes people just doze off, So any new games? Yeah, I got a bunch of new games. Oh man, if I could, I don't know. I have a bunch of new games, but I haven't even opened. There's a bunch I haven't even opened. I got Gandhi. That's still in my office. I got the Peloponnesian War, the reprint of the Victory games. I got. with the thing that happening at Mount Everest, which is this is kind of grim. I bought Disaster at Everest. What the hell? And this one, Disaster on K2. They say that this one's even. It's not as high as Everest, but it's more dangerous. So little Euro games there. What else do I have? I got this edition of Paper Wars. I'm not subscribed to Paper Wars. It has two battles around the time of the Russian Civil War, very low counter density. You know, I think I bought it more for the theme. A Gate of Hell. This is the only magazine I'm subscribed to, and it's not because the only reason is I started subscribing when they started. Well, actually, from issue 2. So I've been always subscribed to Against the Odds. I like the philosophy of the magazine. They have a lot of rare conflicts, and I like their games. I've done video of a few of them. Then I got this one from Paper Wars. I don't have many of the Paper Wars, but I have this one as Jihad. So this is the expansion of Islam from 632 to 732. Now these are the magazine games, and I'm a sucker for magazine games because it's, in what hobby do you get a copy of what the hobby's about? I mean, if you like drag car racing, you don't get a drag car with your magazine. If you like cooking, yeah, you get the recipe, but you have to make the cake or whatever. Here we get a game. We get what the hobby's about with the magazine. Then you get an article, historical article about the game, and other articles. So I mean, in theory, it sounds great, right? In practice, many of the games are unfinished, but I think magazine games are like the testing grounds of war games. You see a lot of wild things there, things that don't take off, but other things are really cool. That you saw that Crete game I did a video about. That was actually, I find that was really cool solitaire system, and it's a simple solitaire system. Important because most of these solitaire systems, it's either a flow chart, which you're going to be diving into more than looking at the map board, or it's going to be it's going to be some complex procedures. Now this Crete game it was very easy, but it had 26 phases, and I did some cards, a sequence of play cards, but it was simple, and I like that system. And I know that's Joseph Miranda, and he did a game which I have also, but I haven't played, using the same system, but recreating like a U.S. invasion of Cuba by the time of Bay of Pigs, using the same system. So I may sometime try that. Okay, Rudolph, you're clipping your copy of Gate of Hell. That's Gate of Hell. Is that Gate of Hell? Is that Victory Point Games? No, I don't think. No. Which one is that? I don't remember. Oh, so I got a ton of new games, but I never show them unless I do. Oh, Gate of Hell, the one I just showed. Yeah. That one, of course. Okay, you're clipping that one. I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot. I confused it with Hell's Gate, which is from Victory Point Games. Okay. There's a lack of good Crete games. Yes. And, Crete is one of my favorite battles because it's got like elite paratroopers, but on a really difficult mission because the landing on Crete, they don't have support on the sea. The troops coming from the sea, that's a crapshoot. You don't know, they probably won't arrive. And then you have the great. You have the Brits, the New Zealanders, the Greeks. You got Australians. This hodgepodge. I like that battle's really interesting. But yeah, there's some monster games which I never tried. I have the No Retreat, but I haven't tried that one either. So and I played the old Avalon Hill, Air Assault on Crete. So it's a battle that I'm interested. And Il Duce Pancaldi's there too. Hey, nice to see you, Dan. That's a great show this morning. I I I go to a bakery here every morning. My sons are sleeping because these are young guys. They party and they come at late home. So I get their breakfast and I watch No Enemies Here religiously every Saturday, like at 8:15 at my bakery. It's great. And that music at the end that you always put, that thing, man, you should sell that thing. That that's like, it's even therapeutic. You listen to that and you go, oh man, it's a relaxing weekend. So uh, it's great to. Oh no, no misters. I think Dan is also allergic to meeples. Okay, so what else? What else? What else? The videos, you're going to see a lot of these preview videos, and they're going to be scripted, and I'm trying to keep them down to 15 minutes. So what I do the script first, and then I overlay the images, and the idea is to pack information there. Now, my favorite videos are the playthrough videos, but I got to be very selective because I don't have a lot of space. If you see back there, that's the gaming table. So I can only have one at a time. Of course, I have my magnetic boards. I can put a game there, take it out while I do another one, but I don't have a ton of space there. And thinking about preview videos, what else? Playthrough videos. Um, Going to the conventions is a great way of doing networking. You meet designers. And I think Dan has a great forum. He has a show that comes out, you know, religiously every Saturday morning, you know. So you have the consistency. Oh, by the way, if you guys who do videos are interested, I've subscribed recently to a YouTube channel called, the guy's name is Nick Nimmin. It's not a wargaming channel. It's a channel that helps you improve everything YouTube related. One of the things that Nick Nimmin says is be consistent. So if you're a guy that shoots out a video a week, make sure it's a video a week. I flunk there. I do a video one week, then a video another week, then tumbleweeds. So I gotta put my act together there. But I do them when I can. And I have my philosophy is I won't let it out until I think it's ready to go. So, but that's a good channel. There's a lot. He recommends apps and everything. I've purchased a couple of the apps and it's good. But the thing is, what Dan is doing, which I think it's great. Dan comes out, with his music, dun, 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 new releases. Da, 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 okay, then he gets that from what comes out during the week, da, 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 and then he breaks the presentation of new games or games that are coming out with sections. You got Dave from the Centurion's Review. He gives them like a minute of what's coming up in his channel. Great. And now we're getting designers. That thing on Head on the Table, that's great because the designers are a different breed of people. They're very mental. And I mean, these people are thinking how to resolve the problem of recreating this mechanic in this game. They're always thinking that they don't have time to shoot videos. Okay, they don't. And there's a forum for them now. And I saw David Thompson did some pieces for a game. I think Volko's doing for Hunt for Blackbeard. And it's really cool to see them. You have that forum. And I would like to take advantage of that forum too, do something with designers, with developers. And this is the reason. And you guys, you're war gamers. You've been watching video. What is the typical situation with wargaming videos? There's a ton of them out there. And everybody is really focused on the new kid on the block. So when Gandhi comes out, everybody, hey, he's an unboxing of Gandhi. And they do a review of Gandhi. And that's fine. I don't have anything. But when you do a review of a game that just came out, you're lucky if you play it only once, right? And the thing is, the first time you play one of these games, you're going to screw up the rules. And you'll probably grasp very little of the nuances of the strategies of what got the game published in the first place. To do that, you got to play it repeatedly, right? You're not going to find that expertise from me playing repeatedly nothing, because I don't play repeatedly nothing, with the exception of maybe Upfront, maybe some of those games I played a few more times. So the designer can give you an insight as to how the game plays and how it plays well, what you're supposed to look at. And that's what I'm interested in doing. I want to capture that in video. Now, Volko's article, I know The Hunt for Blackbeard, it's not a war game, it's a manhunt game. And by the way, you guys, for me, war gaming, it's more really historical gaming. Okay, I like history, and not all history involves war. For example, there's this game, 1860, that's Nixon against Kennedy. That's almost a war game to me. It's a different type of, it's an electoral war, but it's, it's historical. It has that depth that history gives you, that these Euro games that just throw history as a cloth to adorn the game doesn't have. So the designer, in this case Volko, he did these two articles, and the articles go as to detail as the plays that are done and why they're done. So you learn how to play the game, but you learn how to play it well, and you learn why this move is better than this other move. And that's why I want to try to capture on video. If you remember the Twilight Struggle, let me see here. Let me just check it here. The Sound of the Frogs. Yeah, but we won't see the Sound of the Frogs hear them anymore. I moved. Okay. The thing is, do you remember the General articles? Remember the General magazine had the series replay, right? You had there two people. Normally, they played the game relatively well, and you had like the neutral commentator was the game designer or the game developer. So I'd like to see. Of course, I'm not going to do a replay and get the designer to comment. That's just, I don't have the logistics for that. But what I want to do is videos that go into some depth as to the game, maybe as to a game's, tactics, how to play a game well, the supply portion of a particular game. It doesn't have to be the whole game, but something that you read it, you follow it, and you go, hey, now I can do some neat things on this aspect of the game. It'll be helpful. And if you look at the video 4 years from now, it's still helpful. It's not a video I'm going to say, oh, this is a new game. Look, it has 400 counters and hey, there it is. No, something a little bit with more depth. And I want to get that. And I've had, I think, people who do YouTube videos can collaborate with the people who design them. You see, I was fortunate to get in contact with Volko. I met him at the Bellota Con in Spain, and I think he's going back, and I'm going back again in January. I love that. I met Harold Buchanan. He sent me a copy of a magazine game, and you're going, well, it's a magazine game. Yeah, look at that magazine game. I think it's a very well done magazine game, and physically, component wise. Campaigns of 1777, you get the strategic aspect of Revolutionary War for that year, which was very important. You had very important battles there. It's a magazine game. I get the input from him, and I'm sure that if we wanted, we could, discuss a particular strategy for that game. And it could be a 15-minute video, show the strategy, and there you have it. See, the great thing about this hobby is that it has depth, it has substance. The games, okay, the rules, they're 20 pages long, but it has substance. You can concentrate on initial moves. You can concentrate on supply. You can concentrate, I don't know, you can do so many things. It doesn't have to be always the unboxing, the review video. I want to do something different. And that's why I think the video aspect can capture it specifically because you don't have all the games in front of you. See, so a game comes out, or it can be an old game, and I like to put the viewer in front of the game. If you see, I like to use close-up shots. It's like you have the game in front of you, and it's playing itself, and you understand what's happening, and then you go, man, that game sucks. I'm not going to buy that thing. Or you go, oh, I'm interested in that. I'm going to pick it up. There you go, and you make the choice, and that's what I like to do in video. So um, I'm going to keep on doing that. I hope to meet more of the people on the creative side in concept world. I think Brian Train's going to be there. And people there are very friendly. So I hope I can film more video this time around and be able to consistently put them out. So I've been rambling for 30 minutes. So let's see what else. So hopefully I'll finish by tonight or tomorrow, although tomorrow is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all of you who are fathers. So if it's not tomorrow, you'll see it on Monday. It's going to be a preview video on Europe Divided. And I can tell you right now, it has some innovative mechanics, the use of dice, not to roll them, not as a randomizer, but as to keep track of influence. If you remember Twilight Struggle, to keep track of influence, you have to take the counter off or flip it to the other side or look for another counter. And I mean, there's no problem with that, but it's 50 counters. Here, you're going to have dice. You're battling out 18 regions. So I think there's 18 dice in different colors, and you keep track of the influence. I like that that's called thinking outside of the box. And I like that. I like to see, our custom or our good old fashioned components being used for other uses. And I think, for example, I'm a big fan of cards. I don't know how many of you have played Status Pro basketball or Status Pro baseball. What was the great thing about those games? The action is continuous. You flip them, you get a result. Flip them, you get a result. Hit. Okay, double. Okay, now strike out. And it moves. You didn't have to open up a 3-page player aid. Oh, let's see what happens next. That thing kills the experience. And I would like to see in the future wargaming, instead of a player aid with the tables, some way of you just resolving the combat by flipping cards. And I think we're getting there. If you see, I think Skies Above the Reich resolves combat. I think it's damage against the B-17s by flipping cards. And it's good because it doesn't divert your attention from the board. You get a quick result, and the action, you let the game tell the story. But if you're going to consult 20 charts, it's going to kill the story. And I play the games for the story. I like to feel like immersed in it. Winning or losing, I really don't care. So Superstar Baseball, which one is that? Oh yeah, that was Status Pro. Yeah. So that's something I'd like to see. And I think the great thing about wargaming is that we're more open-minded than how we were in the 70s. If it didn't have a hex and it didn't have a NATO symbol, we just crossed it out. We say that sucks and bury that crap. And now wargamers and even wargame designers, and I've spoken with Volko Runke about that. He's looking always for mechanics from other games, how to incorporate it to recreate some aspect of a wargame. So I just hope no meeples, as long as there's no meeples. But anything else, I love the little cubes representing this or that. I don't have a problem. And I'm just kidding. The meeples, yeah. They look kind of silly, but the thing is, the idea of these mechanics to recreate the event is the challenge. And that's why I like board gamings over computer games. The challenge in board gaming is greater because it's a flat surface for the board and whatever you put on it. And that's a new world there. That's the time machine, I think, analogy by Dunnigan. These are cardboard time machines. When you immerse yourself in there, you transport yourself to another world. So think about every game as a little world in a box. And that's why I try to convey that, and I like that about it. So it's 35 minutes, guys, and I think it's good for today. So I hope to get that video out soon. The Europe Divided, and maybe before I leave for Phoenix, you'll see that first article video for Hunt for Blackbeard. And when I come back, I have some more lined up. Oh, I forgot to say, gee, I returned 2 weeks and a half ago from a trip from Europe. I had promised my wife I was going to take my grandfather, my father-in-law there. I did so. I took him. I took my two sons. My sons are 24 and 21. We went to Berlin. I went to a museum there. I had some nice pics. Um, I went to the Pergamon Museum, which has the remnants of the walls of Babylonia. That stuff is fascinating. Went also to Munich. Had some great beer in both places. I don't know. Agustiner Brau is my favorite. I'm sure I have some German subscribers. They know about beer. And I think the clue is, my son tells me that in Germany they don't pasteurize their beer. So it's something different, folks. So yes, went to Checkpoint Charlie also. Yes. And I like Berlin a lot. And the city, I found that it was very clean. Germans are very friendly. In Munich, even friendlier. These people are really happy in Munich. And then one of those days in Munich, we took a bus to Innsbruck, and Innsbruck is just wonderful. You know, you're in the city amid, or surround. You got the Alps surrounding. You have those snow-covered hills in May. It's amazing. So we returned that day, and I want to integrate the pictures of the trip to some of my videos. And I haven't finished yet. Went back to Munich. Then we went to Paris. I went to a museum. I went to a museum. Was it in Paris, that museum? Or in Germany? I can't remember. No. It was a military museum. I think it was in Germany. Um, and I went to Normandy. We went to Omaha Beach, Utah Beach, St. Mariglis, and there was some other place where there was this weird incident with two paramedics. But I don't want to kill. No spoilers. The thing is, there's a game about Normandy that I'm going to do a video soon, and I want to incorporate those pictures, those clips. And by the way, I signed up for, it's called Overlord Tours. My guide was a New Zealander. It's not Pat, is not his name. I forget his name now. Young guy, excellent. Paid $100 each, and he picked us up at the train station at 9:30. Dropped us there at 6:30 p.m. So it's a full day. And went to the beaches. I loved it. It's great. So next time I'll take a look at the British beaches and the Canadian beach, and it was wonderful. So it's a great experience. It's especially Omaha. Man, that thing, it's like shooting fish in a barrel there. When you're on those bluffs, you go, man, this is it's not pretty there. Utah is different. There's almost no bluffs in Utah. So, but Omaha, I mean, the Germans had the high ground. Fortunately for the Allies, the Germans didn't have, elite troops on the beaches. Otherwise, we would probably be speaking German right now or something like that. But the thing is, yeah, you should go. If you like World War II, you should take a trip, because it is really amazing, an amazing experience. And I was sick of D-Day games, because every 3 games is a new D-Day game. And now I go, man, I understand why people love D-Day so much. It is a monument. It's a monumental enterprise, and one, it's unique in history. So I'm going to integrate some of those videos that I took in the videos, and I'm going to shoot that. The Normandy video will be with a game that is called, oh, we got it here. It's from Draco Ideas. It's a tactical game. It's, let me show it. It's Normandy, the beginning of the end. This is a game that Luis from Draco Ideas sent to me. This is based on this is a tactical system, Warstorm series. I have the previous iterations with Compass, including A las Barricadas. I think I did an unboxing of A las Barricadas. This is a huge box, and it has 23 scenarios, and he sent a couple of more scenarios. So I'm going to try to see if I can find Utah, Omaha, St. Mariglis, and incorporate those here. Those are my plans when I come back from Consumer. And 40 minutes, guys. You know, you guys gotta go to bed. You know. Okay. So that's it for now. I got 18 people. I appreciate your, you're sticking around. And let me see. Yeah, it would be nice to play that one. About yeah, sure. This is a tactical system. What I remember of the rules is what I like. You know, tactical systems. It's like Baskin Robbins, right? There's 31 flavors. Some people love ASL. Other people love Conflicts of Heroes. You know, Lock and Load. There's 31 flavors, and you choose your flavor. Uh, the one thing I like about the system is it has an emphasis on command and cohesion. The I believe the counters, each counter represents a platoon, I think, something like that. And then each platoon belongs to a company, or I think each counter represents a section, and each section belongs to a platoon. So you try to keep your platoons together, which doesn't happen in ASL. Once bullets start flying, everybody gets tangled, and I think in real life you try to stay close to your buddies. You know, you don't run over to the other company over there and split your forces, you know, to plug holes, you know, in a gamey way. So I like that about that system. But I haven't read specifically the whole rule book. And this is a system that has everything, has tanks, because our combat commander doesn't have tanks, but this one has tanks. So it's a system designed by Spaniards, and I have a lot of respect for Spanish game designers. I met a few of them at the Bellota Con, and we're gonna check that one out. Okay, so guys, hasta luego to all of you. Thanks for keeping in touch, and I'll see you around. As I always say, this is Stuka Joe signing off for now. Thanks for watching.